Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or if you're new around these parts, hi, welcome. My name is Missa. Stay subscribed, Instagram, Twitter, why not, go follow them. Go follow them, why not. Anyway, as you can see from the title, today we are doing this look. We're going to be using the Beauty Bay Mitchell palette, which is definitely my favourite release of 2019. Like, there's no comparison to it. It is the most beautiful palette. I love it so much. And we are recreating a subscribers / a Patreon's makeup look. This look is by Ida. She posted this look here on the Facebook group for patrons, and when I saw it I was like, wow, I need to do that. Why have I never done green and gold before? If you are a regular here, you're probably like, where are you? I'm in the kitchen. It's really big and kind of echoey, so I'm really sorry, but the tutorial takes part upstairs. But my brother and sister-in-law, they're working early in the morning, so I thought I would take my camera down here and film the intro and outro because they should probably get some sleep. So I'm sorry if it's echoey and crap lighting. It's normal during the tutorial, I promise you. So yeah, if you want to see how I got this look here and follow along, or just listen to me yammer yammer, then just keep on watching. I'm actually gonna prime with the Urban Decay eyeshadow potion. I stumbled across a pro MUA, let me find his name, Robert Welsh on YouTube, and he was like critiquing influencers' makeup videos, and he said you shouldn't put concealer on your lid to prime because you shouldn't be adding moisture to that area. You should be drying it out almost to let your eyeshadows not crease and last longer. So that's why I'm using this, and also because I tend to avoid eye primers. I don't know, they kind of scare me a little. And I think they scare me because I worry that when I then do the rest of my makeup, my eyelid, like what is exposed of it, is not going to match the rest of my face, like skin tone wise. But we'll see. And of course, like we said, I'm taking my very well loved Mitchell palette. This is my baby. I love it so much. And I'm starting off with the shade Miracle. Please ignore my fingernails. So I'm going to use this little brush and just map out my shape. I'm also not trying to put a lot of pigment on, I'm just trying to get my shape, and then I work from there. And then I'll open my eye fully and make a triangle most of the way around. By doing it this way, I'm kind of getting an idea of the shape without putting too much pigment on, because usually, you know, I would start with the darkest colour first. I'm just a little scared and hesitant to do that right now. There we go. And then I'm just going back in with more of that shade, and I'm actually just going to kind of start blending this out at this point. Which again, it's a little unusual, but I have kind of been changing up a little bit the way I do my eyeshadow. And we can get really messy under here, like I can drag it down because we can clean all that up. And because this palette is genius in every single way, we've got a really lovely deep green. This is called Mardy. I'm going to go in with this next. I'm going to start to build up the pigment. I would say, just from a lot of experience of using this palette, I do actually prefer it over concealer. I feel like the pigment comes on faster, but if a pro MUA, who's legit a pro MUA, tells me to do something, I assume that's the best way to do it. Or a very good way to do it. So anyway, I'm going to follow the kind of shape that I've done already, because that is our roadmap. This is a great little brush. The Morphe M507 is like identical to this brush as well, and I really like that one. And I'm going to take this pretty high up on the blending that I've already done and drag it out as well. Hold the brush pretty much at the end That's what he said to do, and then I felt really proud of myself. It's just like, oh, I do that already, yay. And I'll go back in with Miracle and just start little circular motions, blending above that dark green. Then we're going in with another of my favourite shades, Shmoney, the only one in the palette that doesn't start with an M. This is on a lovely, big, fat, fluffy brush. Again, holding it at the end, because we're not trying to put a lot of pressure on the skin. This is also coming much further in the inner corner. It's actually the colour that we're putting all over the lid as well. That's the basics. Now we are going to use black, which I still get scared using black like every single time I do, but I really need it for this look. It's the shade Mafia from this palette. Obviously the whole thing is this palette. The black in this palette is fantastic, so I've dipped into it and then I've wiped most of it off on my towel because I am literally scared of how pigmented it is. I'd say it's pretty much as good as my ABH Single in Noir, which I think is like one of the best blacks ever. Anyway, this is being focused on this outer corner. Lord almighty, I am stressed I'm gonna mess this up. I'm doing it in like a V shape. I'm trying not to go too high above my crease. I don't know where my voice is going. We do come back later on with more black. I have been gone for 9 hours helping my sister-in-law clean her carpets. I feel the last place we were at is adding black on the outer corner, so let me get my M506 and continue this. Like that Urban Decay primer potion has like barely creased on my very creasy lids, so that's a good sign. I'm going to go back in with that brush and the shade Miracle, the first green that we used, and just try and diffuse this line. I'm actually quite happy with my blending so far. So time for the cut crease. I am going to use ABH Primer Potion. I kind of wish I didn't, but it's fine, it worked out on the other eye alright. I'm using a little liner brush today because I can't find my favourite Morphe one, so I'm just going to try it with this instead. I always struggle to get them matching where I actually start them, so I think it's about here. Yeah, I just use a really little amount of product on the tip of the brush and do a really kind of rough line, and then I will finesse it afterwards and make sure that it matches. So it looks pretty high, and then if I open my eye it disappears, so I will keep it wide open. My hand kind of sits in front of my mouth, so if it sounds like I'm talking weird, and then keeping my eye open with product on the tip of the brush. I kind of hold the brush much higher up because I want a lot more control, and also leaning on your face, like just really lean on, put your elbow on your desk if you can as well. It's going to help with your cut crease. And this is where I'll start filling it in. I'm just using this brush. I do use as little of this as possible. You only need a really tiny bit of the ABH primer, and you want to use even less if you've got creasy eyes. And then I usually ignore my fingernails, try and blend the outside corner, and it just makes it easier for when you go in with your eyeshadow. So I just went off camera, made that look a little bit more matching to the other one, which helps. I'm going back in with the shade Shmoney. I very much had to stop myself using a metallic shade, but we're doing matte. And I gotta say, this shade packs on really, really well on top of this primer. Oh, isn't it gorgeous? Then I'm gonna pick up Mardy, and I'm doing my blending where it's kind of a little bit diagonal. Not too much, because honestly when you got hooded eyes I find it really difficult, because it looks really good when your eyes are closed and then you open them and it just looks really blocky. So I'm just doing it a little. Just kind of plonking that on. And now, in fact, I'll do my liner first. So I'm just using the ABH liner just because honestly it sits on my desk and it's handy. I'm just going to do a thin line of liquid liner, a bit thicker towards the outer corner. The amount of perfectly nice eye looks I've done that I've ruined by trying to put eyeliner on is very frustrating. That was very stressful and it's not quite perfect. Anyway, I'm going back in with a black, which is called Mafia, and I'm going to really focus it on this outer corner. And I just want to kind of diffuse this black liner and make it just all together a bit more smoky. I'm going to use this tiny little like flat Morphe brush. It doesn't have a name as well. This is using the black. I don't know why I wanted to do this, but I did. Probably saw it on Instagram and thought it looked cool. I just think it looks quite cool, not just being normal black liner. Could be wrong. Okay, we're starting to get somewhere. I am going to now do the glitter liner, which you've probably guessed is my Urban Decay Heavy Metal. This is in Midnight Cowboy, and I'm just going to do a line inside the cut crease. I should really use a mirror. The amount of times I've used this glitter liner has paid for it 1,000 times over. It's just so good. The applicator is just so fine. You can get those just really, really thin lines, even though I just made a little bit of a mistake there. As usual, I'm going to let this dry and do a second layer, and then I think I'm just going to run off and quickly do my face, probably in a live to be honest for my patrons, and then I'll be back under a lower lash line and lashes. But that's what we're looking like just now. They look a little different, but it'll be fine in the end. Okay, moving on to under eyes, we're going to keep it super simple. I've already got a little bit of eyeshadow under here, so I'm going in with the shade Miracle. No, I'm not. I'm going in with Mardy, which is the deep green. I'm going to run that along like halfway. I'm also trying not to get fallout. Then I'm going to go in with Miracle, just on the same brush. And run that more towards that inner corner. Then I'm going with Shmoney and running this all the way along the bottom. Like I said, very simple. And then I'll take a little bit of Mafia, which is the black, just to really deepen up out my lash line. On the inner corner, I'm going in with Minty, which is just awesome. And just placing that in here. This colour, sorry, is really nice all over the lid. And fantastic on the inner corner as well. Look at it. And it's green toned as well, which makes it even better for this kind of look. It's really intense, and I'm using it dry. And I think instead of black on the waterline, I might try Colourpop Electric Daisy. I've not used this one on my waterline, so it might not be great. Some of their cream gel liners aren't as good as the other one, so I might use instead Ellie Splash Fresh. Oh yeah, like the pigment is nuts. I think that's quite cool rather than black. So if I just pop on a lash now, I think we're pretty much done. I'm using these velour lashes in the style Would I Lie? Only about how much cake I've eaten. I like these because they're really, really spiky. So that is the eyes. I'm gonna go put on a lip and then I'll be back and that'll be us done. So here we are then, this is the finished look. What do you think? Let me know. I did my overlining thing on my lips, you'll see that in a second. But I really, really like this eye look. It's a very kind of Melissa eye look, which is I think why I wanted to recreate it anyway. The cut crease, the glitter, the winged outness. It's just a me kind of look. So me and Ida have the same style, I would say, when it comes to makeup. I'm really pleased with it. So yeah, let me know what you think of this look down below in the comments. I'm pleased, I think it looks pretty. I don't really do greens that much. They're not really my favourite colour of myself, but once in a while I really like green. And again, I did struggle not putting some kind of shimmery colour all over my lid, but she did matte, so I wanted to do that. Thank you again to Ida for first of all letting me copy your look, and second of all letting me put your original look at the start of my YouTube video so people could see what it looked like. I love your style. We are the same. I'll list everything as well that's on my face down in the description box, because I'm seeing my highlight in my, like, catching in my ring light, and I just think, oh, that is so beautiful. And even this blush I think is really pretty. So yeah, I'll list it all down in the description box if you are interested in what's in the rest of my face. If you are a Patreon, there will be a live that you can go back and watch where I did the rest of my face on camera. And yeah, that is it for me today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, it would help me out more than you know if you give it a big thumbs up. Also, leave me a comment down below in the comment section, anything you want, and subscribe if you haven't already. We're so close to 60,000, which is nuts. So yeah, a wee subscribe wouldn't go amiss. Of course, I do want to say a massive thank you to my Patreons. Thank you guys so much. You are making my channel survive right now. Without you, I would not be able to make videos at the moment, and I'm really enjoying our lives that we're doing. I do lives for Patreons, and Patreons do lives in the groups. We have a WhatsApp group and a Facebook group and a Discord, all that are only for Patreons. So if you want to become a patron and join in all that fun, then the link is in the description box. But if you can't or don't want to become a patron, just watching my videos is such a massive, 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 massive support. And on that note, I'm gonna piss off, and I really hope I'll catch you on the flip side, and I'll be filming tomorrow and it'll all be in my room. No kitchens, I promise. Okay, bye. Margaret says bye too, didn't you? Did you say bye? You always speak. It's not. Oh, bye.